Okay, I received this question from someone in India. They were asking me about the Indian education system and, with regards to like my daughter and how she studies. So, in this video, I'll give you both the perspectives of the Indian education system. Is it outdated, or what can you do about it? Versus what solution or strategy I have developed or I've thought of for my daughter. Okay. See, right from the outset, the educational system, not just Indian, the educational system in itself is pretty outdated. It was more of the industrial complex where the goal was like what do you have in an industry? You have mass production. You have many people doing the same process. So, output can be the same. Each group of, let's say, 100 people will do A, then 100 people will do B, 100 people will do C. So when you keep repeating the same tasks over and over again, you gain specialization. So same thing what they do with education. They just gather all 100 in one class. One person will teach them one. Next person come, you'll teach them this. Third person will come and teach them that. So, and they give them the basic subjects. Science, maths, language. Okay, now here comes the question. Given that this was the educational system which was there many years ago, it has hardly changed, bits and pieces. So now what do you do about it? Do you suddenly say that, okay, my child is not going to study in this school, forget it, I'm going to homeschool my child and I'm going to teach them stuff from the internet, I'm going to teach them all these new skills, I'll teach software and this and that. Okay, I'll give you example of my child so it gives you a little perspective. Now, when it was time for my baby to go to school, start kindergarten, all that, I told my wife, the first thing, I'm being very honest with you, I'm being very transparent so that you can understand my thought process, and then I'll give you my conclusion towards the end. I told my wife that I don't care about the school being fancy or very nice. I want the baby to go to a school which is near to the house. So anytime you can go there, anytime there's a problem, it's close proximity. I don't want driving down a very far place. And I'm not interested in having the best school with the best curriculum and all that. I told her I want the baby to go to a normal school which Thai children go, because I wanted my child to learn the local language Thai, and I wanted her to be where poor children go to, like a government funded. So we found a school that was funded by the government that Thai children would go. There are no foreigners in my child's kindergarten, this thing. All Thai children and all poor families. Okay? And they are decent enough. And after the kindergarten, the teachers do some babysitting and all that. So we pay a little extra money so the kids play around with one another. Now, the question is, Loy, why did you do that? My reasons were very simple. I'm a foreigner here. My wife is Thai. This is Thailand. My baby is going to be born and raised as Thai. I wanted her to know the Thai customs, the Thai culture, the Thai language, and interact with the poor people, not the rich. I didn't want to have her to have a new standard which my wife cannot maintain because she doesn't earn. Okay, so I had a long-term vision in mind. Now coming to, obviously, after this, she'll be going to school where they'll be studying the Thai curriculum. Now, I'm pretty sure the Thai curriculum itself is no different than other schools, basics. However, there's one difference between Thai versus Indian. In the Thai curriculum, they teach you a lot of co-curricular activities. They make you sleep. Like my baby has a bed. She has a bed, and she will go to sleep in the afternoon for one hour or so. They will eat food there. They serve food. It's more like a boarding school or something. And then they are taught to play. So they are taught to live together, And in the evening, when she goes for the babysitting, first they are given food again. Then they are made to sleep for some time, and then they're given things to do. Okay, so it's a lot of practical stuff that they have to do, which I find very nice. Now, some of the key skills that I see there is social interaction, social engagement, social intelligence. She will learn to mix with other boys and girls of her age. She will learn, playing outside, all those skills. And it's not confined to just memorization. The teachers do give my baby homework to write, the local Thai alphabet, which once she comes home, we focus on the homework. Now, coming to the next bit, I know this is slightly long drawn, but listen to what I have to say so you'll understand the logic behind what I'm going to tell you next. When she starts her school, obviously, like I told you, just like the Indian system, they have to practice memorization. My wife went to a Thai government school, nothing fancy, nothing expensive. Then she went to a Thai college sponsored by the government. I would say it is even cheaper than what you'd pay in India, because the Thai government really takes care of all these, their youth and all that. Very simple, nothing outstanding. But in my wife's case, she was a rank holder. She was among the topper in her class. So with regards to my baby, I am not going to be bothered if my baby gets the first rank, the 5th rank, the 10th rank, or let's say, for example, there are 30 children in the class and she gets the 30th rank. For example, I'm saying. However, what will not be acceptable is she failing. Failing is not allowed. You need to be at least above average. Okay? And the reason being is your only job is to study. So if you can't show dedication, discipline, and interest, means there's something wrong with the upbringing that the parents give, and that responsibility is ours. So that is why when my baby comes from school, my wife sits down with the baby to see what she has done. She engages, she interacts with the baby. She shows her like, oh, I did A, B, C, D. She shows, then she makes her do, okay, show me how you write A, B, show me how you write the Thai alphabet. She makes her repeat the process. Now, it is not memorization, rather it is, did she understand the subject? I have told my wife, I want the baby to understand the subject and not memorize it in exchange for marks. Understanding the subject is more important. Understanding the practicality of what she's doing, because in today's day and age, you don't have to memorize. You have access to the internet, you have access to Wikipedia, you have access to information online. Now you have, you have Chat GPT. So you don't have to memorize. So I want her to understand the subject. Let's say, for example, she's learning English. I'm not going to be bothered if she gets 100 out of 100 in English as a language. Rather, can she communicate English with others? Can she talk in English? Can she write in English? Can she read in English? If she knows the fundamentals, that's enough. More than this, does she like to read books? And if she has done that, that in itself is much better than she getting the first rank or the highest marks in English. Same thing with the Thai language. Then, let's say other disciplines. Let's say science or maths. I don't want her to get the highest marks in algebra. Man, I find algebra boring. I find trigonometry. I find all those subjects absolutely terrible. I hated it. Chemistry, biology. Now, obviously, you'll have to memorize certain aspects. You can't just say, oh, this is boring. I'm not going to use biology or chemistry, algebra in my life. I'm not going to study. No. If that is the excuse my daughter gives, that, oh, this is all boring, I'm not going to study, then stop your education, go to the field and work. Cut the rice, cultivate the rice, and earn a daily wage. So there you can develop skills to help you earn money. So either you do it with education and you earn the skills to earn money, or you work in the field and earn daily wage, or you work for someone in the fruit and vegetable market, cutting fish, cutting meat, selling fried items. So there you learn some new skill. Because you can't say, no, this is boring, I don't want to do. That means you're not doing your job. You're not doing your duty. You're not disciplined. See, the best example I can give is in the military. In the military, you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and run 10 kilometers. Then after that, you have to have food within half an hour. Then you have to do something else. Then after that, you have to go for some other physical activity. Then you have to eat food. Then you have to do something else. Just imagine if every cadet, every student who was in the military, no, I don't like this. No, I want a juicy chicken steak or a beef steak. Oh, I don't want to run 10. I want to do 8. Oh, I don't want to keep my bed and the cupboard properly. No, there are certain systems in place to inculcate the values of discipline. For my daughter, you cannot disregard a system without having another alternative. Now, let's say, for example, I were to complain, oh, this is an outdated system, this is bullshit and all that. What is the alternative? What is the alternative? What? Homeschooling? Am I going to undertake personally to research new content and material and teach her? If yes, fine. And then you'll have to do this for 12 years until the person is capable enough to be independent. But keep one thing in mind. If you want to survive in a society, you need to follow the rules of the society. You need to adopt and adapt within the society. You can't say, I want to live in India and say, I want to follow the rules of the West, live like a foreigner, behave like, I don't know, a Russian, do things like an Arab. You can't customize everything and then expect people to accept you. See, because end of the day, if let's say, for example, you don't want to go to school, you don't want to study. Okay, the Indian system of education is outdated. Fine. You're also saying that. Then, without experience, without work experience, what paper or document will you show to get qualified to be given an opportunity to work as an intern? What paper will you show? Do you have a degree? Do you have a master's? They'll ask you, degree or master's. What will you tell them? I have a homeschooling from my mother. I have a homeschooling from my dad. They're going to accept it. And then if you have to travel abroad, you want to go to Canada, you want to go to US, you want to settle down in some Western country, they'll say, show me your educational documents. You know, in Canada, if you want to migrate, you have to show your educational documents to get points, right? What are you going to say? I studied at school. I studied some online course. I did Andrew Tate, or I did a Hustle University, or I did ClickFunnels, or this 7-figure coach course, or I did some yoga or tantric, law of attraction. They look at you as, are you something wrong here? See, it's not to say that the entire education system is rotten to the core. The greatest merit is, depending on how much money you have, depending on your resources, depending on your accessibility, you can join the creme de la creme. There are the top-notch Ivy League, and multinational giants still seek talent or the youth from those universities. So there is merit for education. It's not that education is total crap. And remember this much, whether it's medicine, whether it's engineering, whether it is, any other. It's started to rain a bit. Strange, sun and rain. Rain a little bit here. Okay, anyway. There is a certain degree of merit and recognition that comes. That is why multinational companies, they will always say, okay, we are looking for a degree from a recognized university. Okay? So it's not that all the universities are crap. Depending on which university that you're going to, that is the kind of quality of education you'll get. If you go to some dim-dum university in some, dilapidated village, don't expect that university to be recognized. You're doing some online course and they're saying we are affiliated and accredited to USA. Don't expect anyone to take that seriously. That is all bull. But if you do take, remember, yes, on one side they make you memorize, but on the other side they also do give you certain skills and it opens up doors of opportunities. It is very tempting to think that you can reinvent the wheel. Well, given the very fact that you yourself have not achieved excellence in your own life, how will you achieve excellence where education is concerned? So if you're throwing, like they say, you are throwing the bath water with the baby, what is the solution, man? So, like I told you, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'll do the best with what I have. If my daughter was in the Indian education system, I would make her go through it. I wouldn't put pressure for her to get a rank or highest marks or this and that. I definitely would not put her for forcing her to get up 4 o'clock and go for extra classes. No. She would get average marks. Okay. The core focus would be to understand the subject matter, focus on application, but more focus would be towards other skills that would help her to survive and sustain the world, like business skills, negotiation skills, money management skills, networking skills, communication skills, and practical skills that can help her generate income. Otherwise, just simply, oh, it's raining more, I need to go in. If I simply just make her mug up and get the first rank, CBSE or Delhi board or this board and that board, what will it do? How does it benefit? That is just for show off. Who does it help in the end? Nobody. So I'm not interested to put my daughter through that system, which is definitely not only outdated, it's useless and pointless. It's just monkey see, monkey do, Anyway, this is what I wanted to tell you with regards to the educational system. You let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Because I give a lot more value to, yes, compliance is important. You can't reinvent the wheel. You have to respect society. You have to respect the system. But along with that, I and my wife would take personal responsibility to teach her real life skills, business, money management, networking, communication. And the most important focus would be not memorization and getting marks to show off and brag to the world. It would be, did you understand the subject? And do you know the application for it? That's me, my style, and my opinion of the educational system. Oh, strange, man. It's raining up crazy. Anyway, let me know what are your thoughts. Comment down below. This is me signing off. Take care.